You've got to think that Arkansas is going to sell out here to stop the run. Jalen Milroe has really struggled throwing the football accurately on the last several possessions.
Across the way, James Burnip comes up, and he is limbering up just a little bit. Remember, he had that leg injury last week that kept him from punting. There were 4 punts last week by Will Reichard, but Burnip's done well here today.
When Arkansas has everyone within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage outside of the defensive backs.
Here now, McClellan goes in motion. Milroe stands in. Milroe rolls right. He's got running room. He's got the first down, and he goes out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Good job by Milroe. Remember, the clock continues to roll now. Does not stop until inside 2 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter.
Well, good coverage, though, by the secondary. I wanted him to run it earlier. I thought he could have picked it up initially. Instead, he bought himself some time and was able to get just enough yardage to move the chains once again. Remember,
Arkansas has all 3 timeouts remaining. Alabama has just 1. On a 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Oots comes in. He moves in front of the quarterback, and now a flag is down, and there's going to be motion against Alabama.
All-star offense, number 7. Under a penalty. First down.
And you can't have that, Eli. I mean, a receiver, you can't have a false start at that position. You're watching the ball. You have nowhere to go. It's probably a run play anyway. There's no urgency in coming off the line.
The coach talks about that all the time on our weekly talk show and on the different programs that he appears on. Those kind of mistakes just irk him to no end. 1st and 15 now. Here's the give. McClellan, nothing there. He tries to get up the middle, but Jaden Johnson, the strong safety, was there waiting for him. We're down to 2:40 remaining, and Arkansas takes their first timeout.
Game clock operator, please place 2 minutes and 42 seconds on the game clock.
They're going to put 2 seconds back on the game clock. So 2:42 now remain. Don't forget all the post-game coverage coming your way when this one's done. Roger will be here. Tyler will be here. We've got all sorts of features, comments, interviews. We'll hear from the coach. All of that when this one is in the books.
You know, now you have the dilemma. You want to run the football and force Arkansas to burn their timeouts, but at the same time, you know, best way to end this football game is to take one of these one-on-one opportunities on the edge and end it. But it's a gamble. 2nd and 13, Alabama. Football at their own 43-yard line. 2:42 to go in the game, and the Tide is up by 3. 24-21. Here's Milroe. Looks, finds a man. It's the tight end, Amari Niblack, who is open and gets a first down at the 42-yard line. Well, I'm not sure how Jalen Milroe saw that. It was the best touch pass I've ever seen him throw, right over the top of the linebackers. He understood the coverage. He dropped it outside, behind the linebackers, right in front of the safeties.
Timeout. Arkansas. It's their second of the half.
That was huge. That was huge.
2 minutes and 26 seconds on the game clock.
And you hear that Coach Sam Pittman takes his second timeout. That was massive right there.
Yeah, and he took a shot. He had all kinds of pressure, which is obviously your big thing. You think it's resonating in the back of his mind, I cannot take a sack right here. You know that it was. And he threw it to one of his better receivers in Amari Niblack, who not only is big, he's tall, he can go up high, high point that ball. You want to give him an opportunity to make a play.
If you're just joining us, we welcome you in to Bryant-Denny Stadium here in Tuscaloosa. A sellout crowd of over 100,000 as per usual. Alabama leading 24-21. It was a nail-biter. Still is. We've got 2:26 to go. on a 1st and 10 from the Hog 43. The give to Jace McClellan, and he tries going up the middle, or rather Roydell Williams, correct myself, and Roydell is taken down, and timeout Arkansas. It'll be their final timeout of the half.
So typical play will last 6 to 7 seconds. Play clock will start again. You burn another 45.
You could use one more time, one more first down.
You would love one more first down, but you're getting this thing well under a minute on 4th down, even if you don't.
Exactly. It's been a tale of 2 games, really. Alabama doing so well early. Razorbacks coming alive in the 3rd quarter and early 4th.
Right. Boy, maybe we'll just run one of these quarterback sweeps. Burns a lot of time, picks up an extra lead blocker.
Here now the toss to Jace. Far side he goes, gets to the 35, 34-yard line on what was a 2nd and 8 play.
Well, here it is right here. You pick up 2 yards, impose your will there at the line of scrimmage. You wanted to be a running style, aggressive offensive line. This is your opportunity. Arkansas knows it's coming. You got to find a way to pick it up.
Danny Lewis Jr. is in. The tight end on the left side. Milroe under his center. On the give, Jason, he's got it. 1st down, Alabama. And that is the cue to fire up the barbecue.
Well, really for the first time since the start of the 3rd quarter, the left side of the offensive line just absolutely dominated. They pushed the line of scrimmage back. The 2 tight ends, Dan Lewis, Robbie Oops, did an outstanding job as well, and even had some help from Ja'Cory Brooks coming up, getting to that next level.
And now it's time for Alabama to just take a knee and put this homecoming game into the books. And there is a flag on the play.
Also, offense, number 2. Penalty, 1st down.
Jace McClellan on the victory formation. Moved too early. Now again, Bama takes the snap, takes a knee with a minute to go. To our stations along the line, we will be taking play-by-play break number 8 before we move into our post-game coverage. So we know we owe that break to you, and that'll be coming your way after we hit 000 on the clock. Arkansas will drop to 2-5 on the year. Alabama will improve to 6-1. There's the final snap. And the coaches now making their way to midfield. Sam Pittman trotting out there. Coach Saban. And everybody's security details. The Crimson Tide winning it by the final score of 24-21. Now the final play-by-play break before we move on to the postgame. So we're back right after this. Bama wins and remains undefeated in the SEC. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
What widens the eye tightens the stomach.
Arkansas Razorbacks. Final thoughts from you, Tyler?
Boy, I tell you what, it wasn't always pretty, but Alabama got the job done once again. And right now, as you mentioned, it's survive and advance. And you doing what you needed to do. You had to have some running plays there. The huge play by Amari Knoblack and Jalen Milroe to get that second down conversion to move the chains once again. That really solidified things.
And Christian, your thoughts, sir?
Well, I thought we did some really good things in the first half. Offensively, I liked how we were so explosive through the air again, picking up off of last week. And defensively, the defense line was so stout, and everybody was playing well for the most part. Then the second half, we can't have those lapses. We got to learn how to play 4 quarters of football and finish football games. It's going to be important going down the stretch. So hopefully we can get that full 4-quarter performance next week, taking on Tennessee at home.
And of course, a lot of conversation coming up here in just a few moments. We've got the guys here. We've got updates in the studio and a whole lot more. And as Christian just mentioned, next week, the Tennessee Volunteers. It's the 3rd Saturday of October, and Alabama will be hosting Tennessee this year. It'll be a 2:30 kickoff. So that means 11:30 in the morning. We'll be on the air next Saturday. Be able to sleep in just a tick longer than we did today. But we hope you enjoyed this one. Alabama a winner by a final score of 24-21. A big thank you to the whole crew here. And, of course, Jerry Kelly back in our studios. Coming up next,